Okay, so I wanted to make this video because I think it's important for me to make. Okay, so I am writing Thanksgiving cards. It's a little early. I'm going to send them out tomorrow, over the next couple of days. It's in early September, but it's not. It's Thanksgiving cards. But I want to make sure that they get it. People can kind of remember about their family. People can kind of, my friends and family that know me and I've grown up with, can start thinking about preparations and loved ones. It's a gathering of great meals, loved ones, a celebration of life and the things that were given to us by God. And I think that this would be a really great. Way for me to be able to share some love and kindness to my family and friends that I was extremely close to growing up, spent many holidays. Many of us separate for various different types of reasons: work, school, family, ages, and whatnot. But just so I make a video on these, there's a total of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. I am sending 44 cards cards. I don't know if they're going to reach these people. Most of them are for different addresses. I have 3 or 4 of them sometimes going to the same address for families, different members. And I wanted to make this video that my efforts to try to reach out to them. I don't know if somebody will steal these in the post office and open them up, rewrite them. I don't know if it'll ever reach to them or if they'll throw them away. But I need to make this video that it's my effort to try to reach out to them and show some love and appreciation for anything that they did and just lighting up and bring love into the atmosphere and kindness. Holidays is always a special day for everyone, Thanksgiving and whatnot. I thought, why not, while I'm sitting here in my apartment getting ready for school or trying to study for school or trying to get academically ready. If not, I'm still possibly may wait until next year until I move to Dallas. But it gives me some free time to practice my writing, and each one of these are personalized. Just wishing them thank yous and kind words. I hope they reach out to these people that have known me. Life is very short and very precious. You never know what can happen. I never know what can happen to me. I miss my family and I miss my friends. I had some of the most unbelievable, cherished memories and extremely close to a lot of these friends and family members where I would spend weeks at their dad's house, weeks at their mom's house with their families. I mean, I was just there all the time, eating at their fridge, hanging out with other friends, hanging out, just going to school, going to parties. But most of it wasn't just going to parties. Most of it was just hanging out. It wasn't just going to parties. But I thought it was important for me to make this video, my efforts. I still got like another 100 cards to deliver. But these are stamped and I paid for the stamps. So what I'm going to do is I still have a bunch more. I don't know if I'm going to purchase more stamps or I'm just going to put them in a box and then ship them to the UPS and then someone can figure out how to separate them. But these are who ship those to their addresses. As you can see, I got Nick Carrera, Chris Martinez, Robert Carrera's family, Joni Martinez. Sometimes these people I haven't seen in close to 20 years, but maybe once. Mr. and Mrs. Basili, Michael Rosser, Anthony Basili, Martinez's family home. So that's like the house he grew up in. It's his mom and dad. John Basili, Janet, which is Janet Keene, Jeremy's mother. Jamie Keene, who I saw before I got to this apartment on my way here. Jeremy Keene, who was like my best friend when I was 15, one of my best friends. David Quintero, Eric Quintero, family residence. This is from Julian. This is one of Julian's friends' family who had their children pass away over 25 years ago, and they were friends with Julian, and I thought I would show some kindness. That there are my thoughts and prayers, and I'm hoping that they just have a wonderful day, a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I thought that Julian would also like this as well. We forget about people that also go through tragedies as well, not just ourselves. Jack Murphy, which is, he was very much like a father figure. Jody, who grew up down the street from me. Susie, I don't know, I've always believed Susie has kids and a family now. Don't know what her life has been like, but I figured I would just send a nice card, and well wishes. Mickey's family, the reason I sent it is for Mickey and his family, and I hope they're the best. Bruce passed away, his family. I'd seen his family off and on, but just to know that he was a good friend of mine. And we had so many memories together. So many great memories. Such a character. Roman, who I was very close to growing up. Kate Dale's family, he used to live next to Robert Girardi. Didn't know this girl very well. She was a grade higher than me, but I see her occasionally, and Robert used to talk to her here and there, buying out and dating her. Cisco, big guy, he's wonderful. And Uptown Cuts, we used to go to the barber shop, we used to know these people very well. We always did. Casey Rickles, who recently passed away. Casey Rickles passed away like a couple of months after I had talked to her, and she was such a beautiful girl, and I don't know what the situation is with that, but I just wondered, I know she has several kids, and a lot of people did use her and abuse her kindness, and I thought to send something, and I know that she would like this for her family and kids, just to say that you're in thoughts and that you're not forgotten. And I thought that would be very kind. Erica, who I've met a few times, is Richard Distance family. Hopefully Roman and Erica get these cards that I sent to Jack's Meeting Body, because Richard is still there at Murphy. And then Christy Melendez, which is my cousin. Quintero family, which is David and Aaron's dad. So go there all the time. His dad was really nice. Vanessa, my cousin. Jimmy, my cousin. Sophia, my cousin. And her mother. So I sent the whole family to spend Thanksgiving, live at their house, Christmas sometimes. So I thought that would be really nice for me to send that to them. We're all getting old, and I sent Danielle Murphy, who I grew up with for all through my entire teenage and kid years. Richard Murphy, John Murphy. They were I was best friends, best, like brothers, really best friends. Kathy, who I basically live at their house, Michael and Richard. James, who is getting very old now. I know that I think sometimes his kids really don't appreciate him as much as a wonderful father. To me, he's always been like, if I were to think what kind of father you think of to have a model, he's definitely one of those people. Definitely wonderful, wonderful father influencer, wonderful person. That's what I have. And Daniel, obviously, I've grown up with. Ricky, grown up with. And then this is the family residence when my sister passed away. I never knew. And I thought I would just send this home, a nice car. Just for the home to have a blessing. And I thought that would be nice. Scott Springer, obviously. I speak to him occasionally every few months. Christian Miller, which is part of Jeremy's family, and the Tippett family, to live down the street from me, Ray Tippett. And my uncle, Michael, obviously. So I'm sending all these cards. Hoping it's going to reach out to them. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if they get confiscated. I don't know if they're going to be reached. My intentions also is the cards that people that I don't know very well at all, I'm sending out cards to. I'm hoping that when I send them to my mother and place it in the box, whoever is in charge, whoever is doing the psychology, observation, and all these things, they can hand them out to these people. And these people I knew, grew up with, hung out, smoked weed when I was a teenager. Some girls I knew hadn't seen in over close to 30 years. Most of the people, everyone on Facebook that I have as friends list. And I'm hoping that eventually, because I'm going to have to send my mother a bunch of names, and if it doesn't reach out to them, I just wanted to say that I was just trying to send you love and some kindness, vibes, and caring, because life is really short. I've been thrown out to the streets and seen so many people, and I think that sending these cards, it makes people think about the homeless people that you may see on the streets, or the homeless friend you didn't care about, that you may have gotten in an argument, or maybe had second thoughts to maybe help buy him a burger. I think that this would share and just kind of spread the love, that you think more of those that are unfortunate. When we think about, the holidays that are getting near, that hoping that, maybe the person, that cousin you didn't want to invite, or that uncle you didn't like, that, it was kind of, whether you didn't decide whether really wanted him to come or not, or her to come, or a distant brother or sister, that maybe this will encourage you to say, life is short, forgive, and just have a wonderful meal and feast, and enjoy the company of each other. You never know what can happen, and you can share this love with one another on a special time. I thought this would be some great influence, even if it's just a little bit, even if you invited a stranger to a Thanksgiving dinner who you barely knew. I know that whenever I had Thanksgivings and Christmas, I haven't spent Christmas or Thanksgiving with my own immediate family. Obviously, I don't have my own family. I never got married or had kids. But as far as my father and my mother and my brothers or my mother, I have never spent a Thanksgiving or Christmas since the age of 11 years old. And that was the last time I was all with my family. When I spent, that's the last time we even had a Christmas tree in our house. And so for me, I spent it with family members, the Robert Zarate family. Robert Zarate was he was my brother. He was like my twin brother. Like, if we would have a soul brother, he was my soul brother. And we were very close. He ended up passing away, but I was extremely close to his family. Father passed away as well. I'm very close to them in that immediate family. Alicia, Rodrigo, Selena, Jacob, Jesse, Mary, Christina, all these, I was so close to these people, and I was there every day, all the time. So during school, on weekends, we were like family. I mean, we were just like family. We were very close, but I thought it was very important for me, because Robert Zarate, when I had no place to go just for Thanksgiving, at 14 years old, he was inviting me to come to his Thanksgiving to share a wonderful meal with his family, and I went because I had nobody that wanted to give me a plate of food, nobody that wanted to help me that I had. I was pretty much abandoned at the age of about 15 or 16 years old, and to kind of just sort of fend and go with other families, but I still lived at my house. My mother had a different family in a different city, but I spent several Thanksgivings, and I remember Daniel Box, Ricky Box, Robert Zarate giving me a extra plate of Thanksgiving. When I had it, they all felt very sad for me. I remember the heartfelt that Robert felt. He was like, "Hey man, you want to spend? Come on man, come over to my house, man. I want you to spend Thanksgiving with us. Come on, man." He goes, "I know you got nowhere to go, man. Come on, man. You're here." And when we went there, he'd be like, "Get you another plate. Get you another plate. Get you another plate, man." And he knew how I was really well. He knew me very well, like a brother. And but he was always very, very kind. And I wanted to say that it's people that had that intense amount of love that made me feel important. That made me feel that I wasn't alone in the world when I was being bone crushed to death of all the things that were going on in my life at that time. As they've given me even Christmas gifts, thinking of me. And I want to say that, to the Zarate family, very dear to me, very, very dear to me, and how kind and giving they were in such hardships when nobody else would or even knew. And I think that it was important for me because besides Thanksgiving, I was at their house and he was always eating at the dinner table, fully cooked meals. It was just beautiful. And, I thought it was important because you may be going through your life and you may be going, a distance friend or a friend of a friend that you may see the situation and say, "Hey, why don't you spend Thanksgiving with us? We want an extra person. It'd be great having you. We'd love to have you," or whatever it may be, or if it's for Christmas. But hey, why don't you go and come over? It necessarily doesn't have to be about the Christmas gifts. It's the fact that we're just there, able to watch, able to enjoy each other, and be in the company that you're alive. And the ceremony that there's a celebration of your life, and you're giving your life to that special very holiday. And so I thought it was important. Think of others. Sending these cards out. I still got another 100 to go. Many of the other ones I really didn't know their families, but I hung out with them at DJ parties, saw them at parties, went to school with them, hung out after school a couple times, smoked weed, whatever it may have been. But other than that, it was a good company, so it's to send out, hopefully to be kind, think of others you may be seeing on the road that doesn't have the things that you have. Life is short and it's very precious, and there's a lot of people out there that don't have anything to go to, especially being young. It's very hard when you're young. So I thought it was important to say that, and I know that my brother one time told me he saw a homeless man kind and giving, and he told me the story a few times, and he said that this homeless man was at a fast food restaurant or some sort of restaurant, and he was on the floor just with nothing. And Julian said he was in the drive-thru, and he told that guy, "I want you to choose anything you want off that menu." And he said, "Add double cheese and double meat, biggie size it, whatever it may be, make it a large if you choose dessert." He bought him a meal and handed it to him. And I thought that was, I was very impressed, very kind, very, very thoughtful that he took upon that action to a total stranger. So I think of that. I think that that's important. So hopefully this maybe reaches out to someone who make them feel important, because I know that being homeless for the last 10 years, and never, in the last, I had not spent Christmas or Thanksgiving since I was 11 years old. I was 29 years ago. 30 years ago was the last time I spent Christmas with my brother Julian, Frankie, and my mom. My father was already older than my father. The last time I spent it was at 11 years old. So that was the last time. I was 11 years old. So I know it was a long time ago, and I've never spent. I spent one Thanksgiving with my mother's twin, who took us to a ranch with my uncle and aunt and all, and several relatives, but none of my brothers were there, and that was it. So that was pretty much it. But other than that, I thought it was important. So hopefully these cards will reach out, and the other ones will be passed out. If I send them in a box to my mother, hopefully whoever's in charge, the psychologist, the power of attorney people over my mother team of people, can hand them to someone or pass them out to people that they know who I'm talking about. Give them a card. If not, it'll be, I tried. God bless, the Father, the Mother, the Holy Spirit, and I hope that, with prayers and blessings, this livens up and adds some love